players using Apple iPhones, wearing a headband the wrong way, or gambling on the score of games. These are things the NBA banned, and some of these restricted items could surprise even the most hardcore fans of the league. Number 69 might seem harmless at first, but in the NBA, it's actually banned. Back in 2000, Dennis Rodman, known for his eccentric personality, wanted to wear it while playing for the Dallas Mavericks. But the league wasn't on board. Why? The number 69 carries some connotations that don't really fit with the NBA's image. So, Commissioner David Stern stepped in and told Rodman that number 69 was off limits. Instead, Rodman was given number 70, and that's how one of the NBA's most peculiar rules came to be. Since then, no NBA player has ever worn number 69. It's been blacklisted from NBA rosters, and it's unlikely to make an appearance anytime soon. The reason behind it? The league is all about maintaining a certain professional image, and the number 69 doesn't fit that image. You can read between the lines as to why. Let's talk about something you probably didn't expect to hear in an NBA video: tech loyalty. If you've ever wondered why the Los Angeles Clippers are all about Microsoft, it's not a coincidence. Thanks to the team's owner, Steve Ballmer, the Clippers are officially on Microsoft's side. Ballmer, the former CEO and longtime employee of Microsoft, took his loyalty to the next level by banning all Apple products from the team. That's right, no iPads on the sidelines. Instead, players use Microsoft Surface devices. Talk about making a statement, huh? It's not just a casual preference. This is more like sending a message that Microsoft is the tech of choice. While most NBA teams are using Apple products, the Clippers? They're sticking to Surface tablets, and there's no chance of catching an iPhone. Ballmer made sure of that. So next time you watch a Clippers game, just remember, it's not just about basketball. There's a whole other level of tech loyalty going on behind the scenes. Who can forget Michael Jordan and his iconic Air Jordan 1s? What many people don't know is that those legendary sneakers were actually banned by the NBA. These sneakers were considered a uniform violation because they didn't meet the league's strict color requirements. But Nike, being the marketing geniuses, didn't back down. Instead of pulling the shoes, they paid the $5,000 fine every single time Jordan wore them on the court. And they turned this whole controversy into one of the most brilliant sneaker campaigns of all time. Nike knew exactly what they were doing, and soon enough, everyone wanted a pair. Can you picture how crazy it would be today if that happened? Every sneakerhead in the world would be lining up for the chance to buy those banned kicks. We'd have a waiting list a mile long. But back in 1985, Nike flipped a negative into pure gold, and the Air Jordan 1 became one of the most coveted sneakers of all time. Now, when you see someone rocking those Jordans, remember, they're not just a symbol of success. They became a symbol of rebellion, too. Fans aren't allowed to keep basketballs that end up in the stands during a game. It might seem like a cool souvenir, but it's actually against the rules. The reason behind this rule is pretty simple. The basketballs are technically the property of the team. If fans were allowed to keep them, it would create total chaos. Every time a ball go into the crowd, fans will start scrambling to keep it. It'd throw things off. The game's flow would be disrupted. It's also about maintaining game integrity and fairness. The ball is a crucial part of the game, and allowing fans to take them would make it harder for teams to manage their equipment. So, those basketballs are game tools, not keepsakes. Every bounce, pass, and shot is part of the flow of the game, and that's something the NBA is keen on preserving. Dwyane Wade made headlines with a simple band-aid. It seemed like a harmless fashion statement, but the NBA quickly put a stop to it. Back in 2009, Wade wore a band-aid beneath his left eye, even after his injury had healed, with his name written on it. While it looked like a simple personal touch, the NBA saw it as a violation of their strict uniform policy. Why did the NBA step in so fast? It's because the league has strict rules when it comes to players' appearances. The NBA doesn't want the court to become a platform for personal ads. Players can't just slap whatever they want on their body and call it part of their style. That Band-Aid too was seen as a violation of the uniform policy. It's kind of funny when you think about it. Wade, one of the league's most marketable players, couldn't even wear a simple Band-Aid with his name on it. But that's the NBA for you, strict, professional, and all about consistency. Just like the NBA stepped in to prevent Dwyane Wade from wearing a Band-Aid with his name on it, the league also has strict rules about commercial logos. The NBA's collective bargaining agreement clearly states that players cannot display any commercial, promotional, or charitable name, mark, logo, or any other identification on their body or in their hair during games. LaMelo Ball was told to cover a tattoo of his clothing brand La France, while Lonzo Ball had to cover his Big Baller brand logo, and J.R. Smith was forced to hide his Supreme tattoo or face finds. Even Iman Shumpert once had a design shaved into his hair that was deemed too promotional. It's all about ensuring that no distractions take away from the action on the floor. The NBA's uniform policy is clear. The game comes first. Gambling is another major no-no in the NBA. Players, coaches, and staff are all strictly prohibited from betting on NBA games or any related events. The league takes game integrity seriously, and gambling would create a conflict of interest that the NBA can't afford. Violating this rule comes with severe penalties, including fines, suspensions, or even lifetime bans. Tim Donaghy, a former referee, resigned and later pleaded guilty to federal charges after an investigation revealed he bet on games he officiated. More recently, Jonte Porter, a Toronto Raptors player, was banned for life after an investigation found he disclosed confidential information to bettors and placed bets on NBA games. This policy ensures that everyone involved in the league, from players to staff, remains free of any influence that could affect the fairness of the competition. The NBA is adamant about keeping the game clean and above reproach, which is why these gambling restrictions are strictly enforced. Fighting? That's strictly off-limits in the NBA. Sure, the league loves its drama, but when it comes to physical altercations, the NBA keeps things under control. If players get into a fight, they're looking at some serious consequences: suspensions, hefty fines, and a damaged reputation. One of the most infamous examples is the Malice at the Palace in 2004, when a brawl broke out between the Pacers, Pistons, and fans. Ron Artest was suspended the rest of the season, and several others got lengthy bans. More recently, a fight during a 2025 game between the Pistons and Timberwolves led to multiple ejections and suspensions for players like Isaiah Stewart and Naz Reid. The league puts a lot of effort into making sure players keep their heads in the game and don't use the court as their own personal battleground. Headbands are a common accessory in the NBA, but there's a rule that bans wearing them with upside-down logos. Some players tried to use this as a form of protest or personal expression, but the NBA quickly shot it down. As we've mentioned before, the league doesn't want players turning the court into a platform for personal statements. The focus should be on the game. The NBA values consistency. Everyone should look the same from head to toe. Personal messages are fine off the court, but when it comes to the game, uniformity reigns supreme. Finally, the NBA has strict drug policies in place. Players like Bobby Portis Jr. have faced suspensions after testing positive for banned substances. The league enforces a zero-tolerance policy when it comes to performance-enhancing drugs. The NBA wants to keep the competition fair and ensure players succeed because of their talent, not what they put in their bodies. Getting caught using drugs is a huge setback for any player's career. Other major leagues have similar policies, but the NBA is serious about keeping the game clean. Ask any player who's faced this penalty. They'll tell you it's a career killer. And that's it. The NBA may be the best basketball league in the world, but it's also filled with rules that'll make you scratch your head. Whether it's band numbers, shoes, or tech, these restrictions are pretty unexpected. They might seem odd, but they're part of what makes the NBA stand out. Which NBA ban do you think is the most ridiculous? Drop a comment below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more NBA content. See you in the next video.